Hi, and thanks for joining for the class today. So today's class is designed to mobilise and really release tension in some of our key muscle groups, particularly related to our posture. So a really great class if you often spend long periods of time sitting at a desk. So we're going to start the class in standing and warm up, then we're going to come down onto our fronts, into 4-point kneeling and onto our backs as well today. So I hope you enjoy the class. Remember, always work to a level that you feel comfortable with, because most importantly, we want you to enjoy it. Okay, so when you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start by bringing those toes apart and those heels apart, so those feet at that hip-width distance. Just to start with, we're going to transfer that weight onto the fronts of your toes and then back onto your heels. So just nice and slowly forwards and back, just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements, so that weight's going nice and evenly down through those feet. Knees are nice and soft, so not locked back. Hands up onto your pelvis, very gently. We're going to tilt that pelvis forward and then tilting it back. So just nice and slowly forwards and back. Again, just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements, so that pelvis is in that nice neutral position. Good. Ribs are soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted from there. Well done. So we're going to float our hands up to that shoulder height, and we're going to do our arm opening movement. So we're going to open one arm around and back, and then bring it up and forwards back to the front. Opening out again, rotating the upper body, then lifting that arm up and around. So just following with that head, and reaching up and back. Good. So opening out through that chest and just gently rotating and mobilising that upper spine. Good. And again, opening out. Bring the arm up and forwards. Good. Open round and back and then up and forwards. Good. And up and forwards. One more each side. Opening out, reaching up and around. Last time. And up and around. Well done. Relaxing those arms back down. Good. Okay, so we're going to come up onto our toes again here. And we're going to raise those hands up towards the ceiling. At the same time, up onto those toes. As we come back down, bring those hands behind your head. Drop down into a little side bend and up. Opposite side and back. Then we're going to reach those hands up again, up onto those toes. Bring those arms wide and then forwards into that little tree hug stretch. Good. Open those arms wide again, lifting back up, and then hands behind your head again. Side bend over and back, opposite side. Good, and back. Then we're reaching those hands up on those toes, bring those arms wide, and then coming forwards into that tree hug again, and then opening back. And we're going to come up. Good, drop the hands behind the head, little side bend, and back, opposite side. And back, reach those hands up onto those toes, bring those arms wide and then forwards into that tree hug. Well done. Opening back, last set, reaching up, hands behind your head, drop down, lift up, opposite side and up, and then we're going to reach up again, bring those arms wide and then coming forwards into that tree hug. Well done. And then open those arms out and relaxing them back down. Well done, relaxing those shoulders. Okay, so let's go into a few squats from here. So we're going to sit that bottom back onto those heels. So I want you to drop that bottom back, sitting back as if you've got a chair behind you and lifting back up. So dropping back into that squat and lifting up. So feet and knees that hip-width distance apart, keeping that distance the same as you drop down, lift up. So you can bring those hands in, dropping down and lifting up. Well done. Drop down, lift up. Well done. And again. Drop down, lift up. Good. Now on this next one, if you can, we're going to drop down, come up onto those toes and extend into standing. Good. And again, drop down, up on those toes and pushing up into standing. Good. And again, drop down, up on those toes, pushing up into standing and down. And again, drop down, up on those toes, pushing up into standing and down. Well done. Up on those toes and down, dropping down. Up on those toes, extend into standing and lower. Last few. Good. And down. Well done. Drop down. Up on those toes, pushing into standing and lower. One last time. Up on those toes, extend into standing and down. Well done. Okay, so we're going to bring our hands into this kind of prayer position here. I'm going to reach over to a side lunge here. So we're going to step over, dropping into that side lunge. Hold that there. Rotate that upper body around and back. And then stepping back. Good. Opposite side, dropping over. Rotating around and back. and then back to that center. Other side, drop down, rotating around, back and up, and again, drop down, rotate the upper body, back and back to the center, and again, drop down, rotating forwards and back. Good, and again, drop down, rotating back and up. Good, and again, rotate back and up. Lovely, and again, rotate. Let's do one more each side. So we're going to drop down, rotate the upper body, back and up. One more time, drop down, rotating around, back and up. Well done, bring those arms back down. Okay, so we're going to stretch out one leg behind us here. Same side, we're going to reach the opposite arm up, and then we're going to fold that knee towards the elbow, stretch away. So reach that knee to elbow, reach away. So just, they don't have to touch, they're just going towards each other and stretching away. So folding in and reach away. Fold in, reach away. Good. Fold in, reach away. And reach. Well done. Let's do 5 more. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Now we're going to keep that leg stretched back. We're going to keep those hips facing forward and just feel that stretch through the front of those hips here into those hip flexors. So keeping that leg extended, just standing up nice and tall, just feeling that stretch through the front of those hips here. Breathing in and out, and again, breathing in and out. One more time, breath in and out. And then gently bring that leg back in. Well done. Okay, so opposite side, stretch the leg back. Same side arm, we're going to reach up towards the ceiling. Then we're going to fold in there, elbow to knee and reach away. Folding in, reach away. And again, fold in, reach away. Good, and reach. Folding in, reach away. Well done. And away. Fold in, reach away. Good. Let's do 5 more. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Reach that leg back, bring that arm down, keep that leg extended. We're going to bring those hips forward to the, just feeling that stretch through the front of that hip here into those hip flexors, keeping up nice and tall, and breathing in and out. Good. And again, breathing in and out. Good, just stretching through the front of those hips. One more time, breath in and out, and then fold that leg back in. Well done. Okay, so let's do a few roll downs just to get our backs moving. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath at the end there. Then as you breathe out, gently restacking back up into standing. Good, and again, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath at the end there, and as you breathe out, gently coming back up into standing. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Breath at the end there, and as you breathe out, gently coming back up into standing. Good, now we're going to come to the end of our mat here. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Once you get to your end point, just soften those knees. We're going to walk our hands down. We're going to come down onto our fronts, and then we're going to continue our class from here. Okay, so we're going to continue the class down onto our fronts. So if you've got a thinner little pillow or towel to use just to support your forehead, you can just pop that on the mat there. And I'm just going to rest my head down onto that. Okay, so I have my feet about hip width distance apart, just tucking that tailbone under, still making sure that belly button's just drawn up towards my spine as well. And we're just going to start by working our legs here. So I want you to squeeze your bottom and then raise one leg just as far as comfortable off the mat. Lower back down, opposite side, squeeze that bottom, lifting up. So it's your bottom we want to be working, not your back. Just really engaging those glute muscles as we're lifting and lowering that leg. So it's not a huge movement. Good, so we're lifting and lowering. Well done. So repeating that here, alternating sides just in your own time. Good, so don't lift it too high. and feel it in your back. I want you to work those bottom muscles. Good. So lifting and lowering. If you need to, just squeeze those bottom muscles to really get them engaging, and down. Well done. Keep going here. We're alternating sides. We'll do a few more. Lifting and lowering. Well done. Good, and again. Keeping that control, lifting and lowering. Well done. Lifting and lowering. Well done. Good, let's do one more each side. Lifting and lowering. Good, and then lowering those legs back down. Well done. Okay, so we're going to go into our swan dive here just to work our upper back. So I want you to have your hands in that sort of L shape either side of you, like at a 90-degree angle. My head's just resting down onto that mat or just onto your little pillow there if you've got one. Okay, so we're going to take a breath in to start. As you breathe out, I want you to lift your head and that breastbone just a little way off that mat. Breath in to hold. And as we breathe out, slowly lower back down. Now I want you to keep that chin tucked in. So imagine you're holding a little peach in that chin. You don't want it to drop out. So we're going to keep that neck nice and long and lower back down. So you don't want to feel that chin dropping forwards. So try and keep that neck long, lift up, breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, lowering back down. Good, so just working into that upper back, lifting up, keeping that neck long, my chin tucked in, lowering back down. Good, so it's not a huge movement, but you can just feel that working into that upper back. Well done. Now if that feels comfortable here, we can add in hovering those hands. So we're going to lift up again. At the same time, just hover my hands just off the floor and then lower back down together. Good. So breathing out, lifting up, breath in to hold. As you breathe out, lowering back down. So it's not a big lift. Good, lifting up, breath in to hold. As you breathe out, lowering back down. We'll just do last few here. Lifting up, breath in to hold. As you breathe out, lowering back down. So just getting that upper back working. Well done. And lowering. Good, and again. Lifting up, breath in to hold. As you breathe out, lower back down. Last two here. Lifting up, breath in to hold. As you breathe out, lower back down. One last time. As you breathe out, lifting up and lowering back down from there. Well done. Okay, so we're going to keep my hands in this position. Just bring my feet just slightly wider than those hips here. I'm going to go into our Cobra stretch, so stretching into extension of our spine here. So just go to where you're comfortable. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're just going to lift up that head again. That breastbone, those ribs. Now just stop at your end point. If that feels far enough, just come up onto those elbows, that's fine. Or if you can, we're going to keep going and come up onto our hands. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, slowly peeling that tummy, those ribs, and that breastbone back down onto the mat. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, just slowly lifting, peeling that breastbone, those ribs, and that tummy gently off the mat here. Breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, slowly peeling back down onto the mat. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up. Keep those shoulders down, that neck staying long. Well done. Lifting up, breath in. And as you breathe out, gently peeling down. Good, let's just do one more here, okay? So we can take a breath in. And as you breathe out, slowly lifting. Well done. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, gently peeling back down onto the mat. Well done. Okay, so we're going to come up now and just have a little stretch back into our child pose stretch. Just feels good to do after being on our front. So just reach those fingers forwards, drop that bottom down onto those heels, take a few nice deep breaths in and out here. Good, just sink down on that out breath if you can. Breath in and out. We can feel a nice stretch into that upper back here as well. Breathing in and out. Good, and again, breath in and out. Very good. Then we're going to come up now into 4-point kneeling. So hands just in front of those shoulders here, elbows nice and soft, and those knees tucked underneath those hips. Okay, so let's just move our backs gently here with a little cat stretch. So we're going to tuck that head under, arch that back up, flexing through the spine, and then gently dropping down and extending. Good, and again, arching back up, good, and then dropping down and extending. Well done. So last few here, flexing and extending through that spine. Good. And just think about where that midpoint is between those two movements. We're just going to find that midpoint now into that neutral position. So that back's nice and flat, that tailbone's just tucked under here. Well done. Okay, so we're going to engage our glutes a little bit more and also just mobilise around our hip joints. So we take lengthen one leg. We're going to lift the leg up, and then I want you to drop the knee across the other leg. So you're going to sink back slightly and extend the leg back again, lower down. Good, so lift up. Bring that knee across the other leg, just sink back slightly, reaching up and down. Well done, let's repeat that here. So we're going to lift up, crossing, dropping over, lift up and down. And again, lift up, dropping the knee over, reaching up and down. Good, and again. Drop the knee across, stretching back, lower the leg, lift up. Good, dropping over. Well done, reaching up, tap down, lift up. Well done, drop down, reach away, tap down, lift up. Good, let's do last few here, dropping down, reaching up, tap down, lift up. Good, and again, drop across, reaching up, tap down, lift up. Well done. Good. Tap down, lift up and reaching across. Excellent. Let's do one more here. Dropping across, reaching up and lowering that leg, folding back in. Very good. Let's do the same way the other side. So you're going to reach the leg away. We're going to lift it up. Then we're going to cross the knee over, reaching up, lower down. Good. And again, lift up, drop the knee over, reaching across and down. Well done. Good, so we're repeating that here, nice and controlled. Again, working those glutes, also mobilising those hips. Well done. Good, tap down, lift up, and just sinking back slightly as we cross that knee on the opposite leg. Well done. And again, dropping over, stretch the leg and lower. Well done. Good. Tap down, lift up and crossing over. Well done. Lift up and cross over. Last few. Well done. Tap down, lift up and across. Well done. Very good. And cross. Tapping over. Let's do one last one. Tap down, lift up and cross the leg over. Well done. Lower that leg down, fold that leg back in. Well done. Okay, so we're going to just stretch through that upper body now with our thread the needle movement. So we're going to reach one arm through and under, just really rotating and stretching through that upper body as well as that shoulder slightly. So we're going to alternate sides, reaching through and under and then back up. Good, and again, reaching through and under and back. And again, reach the arm through and under and then back up. Good, and again, reaching through and under and back. Well done. And again, reach through and under and back. Lovely. Reaching through and back. Very good. So just rotating through the upper back just as far as comfortable. Often feels quite stiff there, so it feels good to do. Releasing. Good. And back. Last few here. Reaching through and back. And let's just do one last one each side. Reaching through and back. Well done. Last time. And back. Well done. Let's just drop back into that child pose. Reach those hands forwards. Have a nice little stretch out here. So just breathing in and out. Good. And again, breath in and out. Very good. Breathing in and out. Very good. And we'll walk those hands back up here. Well done. Okay, so we're going to come round onto our backs from here. So just come round onto your back, just lowering down. So those feet and knees that hip width distance apart, just tilting that pelvis forwards and back again if we need to, just so we're in that nice neutral position. That core's gently engaged, those ribs are soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted from there. Well done. Okay, so we're going to start with our double leg stretch, and we're going to float our hands up towards the ceiling. And we're going to come round in a big circle with those arms. So we'll start with our arms, come around in that circle, and then back to that start. So we're going to breathe out as we reach above, breathe in as we come around and back. Good, so breathing out, breathe in as you come around and back. Now make sure those ribs are staying connected with those hip bones, so not letting them flare. Just take those arms back as far as you feel you can control that movement. One more time, breathing out. Breathing in as you fold back. Lovely. Okay, so let's add in our leg movement here. So we'll bring one leg to tabletop. Do the same again. We're going to reach the leg away at the same time and then fold back together. Good. Opposite leg lifted. Reach away and fold back. Good. And again, alternating legs, reaching away and fold back. Now if that's comfortable here, we can bring both legs to double tabletop. Same again, reach one leg away and we're alternating sides. Good. So we're going to breathe out as we reach away, breathe in as we fold back together. Breathe out as we reach away, breathe in, fold back together. So one nice smooth movement as we're reaching away and folding around and back. Good, and again, reaching away and folding back. And again, reaching away and fold back. Good, breathing out. Breathe in as you fold back. And back. Well done. And back, lovely, and again, reaching away and fold back. Reach away and back. Good, a few more here, nice and controlled. Reaching away and back. Good, and back. Lovely. Let's do one more each side, reaching away and back. Lovely, and then lower those legs back down one at a time and float those arms back down to join. Very good. Okay, so we're going to bring our hands behind our head here and we're going to go into a bridge and we're going to combine in like a crisscross movement as well. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to lift up into that bridge, breath in to hold, and as I breathe out, slowly peeling that spine back down. Now when I come back down onto the mat, I'm going to lift my head and my leg just come into that little crisscross opposite side and then back down. Good, then we're going to lift up into that bridge again. Breath in. As you breathe out, slowly lowering back down, opposite leg, folding across. Good, and again, reaching up. So getting that slight diagonal with that abdo prep, lowering back down, good. And then we're going to cross the body and down. Good. Lifting up into that bridge and lowering back down. Well done. And we lift the leg, bring across in that abdo prep and down. So a little crisscross movement, lifting up, breath in here. As you breathe out, lowering back down. Good. And again. And down. Well done. Lifting back into that bridge and lowering. And then again, crossing the body. Good. So we're going to keep repeating that here, lifting up into that bridge, lowering back down, and then crisscross across. Well done. And down. Good. Lifting up and lowering. And again, lift the leg and abdo prep. Well done. Good. Lifting up. As you breathe out, peeling down. And we're going to cross the body. Good, lovely. We're going to do last few here. So we're lifting up. Breath into hold. As you breathe out, peeling back down. Well done. Again, opposite leg. Coming across the body and down. Lovely. Last set. So we're lifting up. Breath into hold. As you breathe out, gently peeling back down. And then bring the leg up, opposite side, crossing the body. Well done. And again, lifting up. Breath in. And out, lowering back down, and then coming across the body and then back down. Well done, very good. Let's bring those arms back down by your side. Let's bring those knees in, just have a nice little hug and stretch that out. Well done. So breathing in and out. Just sink down into that stretch, just a little bit further if you can. And down. Very good. Okay, so we're just going to lengthen out through our hips and our body here with our dead bug movement. So we're going to float those hands back up towards the ceiling. We're going to raise our legs into that tabletop position if you can here. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to stretch opposite arm, opposite leg away, and then fold back. Okay, so we're breathing out, reach away, breathe in to fold back. Breathe out, reaching away, breathe in to fold back. And again. That feels too much with both legs lifted to double tabletop. Just stretch one leg into that single leg, lower it back down, and same again. So just pick what feels comfortable for you. And again, we're reaching opposite arm, opposite leg away, and fold back together. So breathing out, reach away, breathe in to fold back. Now, as before, still keep that connection with those ribs. Just take that arm back as far as you can still feel. You're not letting that back arch, your ribs aren't flaring. We're keeping that control as we're stretching that opposite arm, opposite leg away. So it's a really nice movement to lengthen out through those hips as well. They often get quite tight, so we're stretching out through the front of those legs as well. Reach away and back. Breathing out, lengthening out, breathe in to fold back. Good, do the last few here. Reaching away and fold back. Well done, and back. Breathing out, reach away, breathe in to fold back. Good, and again. Let's do one more each side. And then folding back, lower those legs back down if they're lifted. We're going to float those arms back down. Bring those arms out to the side here. We're going to drop those knees over to one side. Turn that head to the opposite side if you can. And then gently coming back up, dropping those knees over and turning to that opposite direction. Well done. Gently coming back up again. Drop those knees over, turning that head. Well done. And then coming back up. Drop those knees over to the opposite side. So just rotating through that spine. Feels really nice to do. Just go as far as you feel comfortable. Opening out. Bring those knees back up and over to that opposite side. Well done. And again, bring those knees back up. Dropping them over, rotating to that opposite side. Good, and again. Lovely, just do the last few here. Drop those knees over, turning that head, rotating through that spine, coming back up and over to that opposite side. Well done. And again. Good, let's do one more each side. Drop those knees over, turning that head, coming back up and over to that opposite side. Well done. And then bring those knees back to that centre, those arms down by your side. And we're going to stretch out through our bottom muscles to start with here. So we're going to put one foot onto the opposite knee. Allow the leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. Or if you can, let's bring the other leg up in towards you, just as far as you feel comfortable. And then we're going to hold this stretch here. So just take a few nice deep breaths in and out here. On that out breath, if you can, just sink down into that stretch, just that little bit further if you can. Holding that stretch there, breathing in and out. And again, breathing in and out. Good. Holding that stretch, just sinking down on the out breath that little bit further if you can. Well done. And just holding that there. Good. And then just lowering those legs back down. Let's do the same on the other side. So opposite foot onto the other knee. Allow that leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. Or if you can, we can bring the other leg up and towards you, just as far as you feel comfortable. And then we're going to hold this stretch here. So just taking a few nice deep breaths in and out. On that out breath if you can. Again, just sink down into that stretch that little bit further if you can. Holding that there. Well done. Breathing in and out. Good. And again, breath in and out. Just sink down into that stretch on that out breath, just that little bit further if you can. Well done. and then lowering that leg back down. Then we're going to stretch out through the backs of our legs, so knee up towards the ceiling, lengthen out through the back of the leg. Use your hand to support that leg there if you can, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Just going to stretch out through the back of the leg. Well done. So just breathing in and out. Still again, just holding that stretch there. And if you can, we're just going to point and flex through the ankle, just changing that stretch slightly. Just moving gently through that movement. Well done. And then toes pointing up to the ceiling again, holding that stretch. Well done. Breathing in and out. Good. And then just lowering that leg back down. Well done. Last time on the other side, knee up towards the ceiling, lengthen out through the back of the leg. Use your hand to support that leg there, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Then we're going to hold this stretch here. Well done. So just breathing in and out, just lengthening out through the back of that leg. Then if you can, we're going to point and flex through the ankle here, just changing that stretch slightly. Good. Well done. And then holding that stretch again, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. And then just lowering that leg back down. Well done. Okay, so let's come up into sitting. So just sitting comfortable with your legs crossed or legs out in front, whatever feels comfortable for you. I'm just going to finish with a couple of stretches here. So let's start by bringing those fingers together. We're going to reach those hands away, just stretch through those forearms. And we're going to drop that head down. Feel that stretch through that upper back. Then we're going to look up with those hands together and then opening nice and wide. Good. And again, reaching those fingers away, drop that head down. And then looking up together and bringing those arms wide. Lovely. One more time. And again, reaching away, drop that head down. Looking up and then bringing those arms wide. Very good. And let's have a little mermaid stretch here. So we're going to drop down one arm, reach the other arm up and over to that side, lengthen out through that side, then coming back up and over. Good. Opposite side, drop down, reaching over, lengthening through that side and back up and over. Good. One more each side, drop down, reaching over and back. Lovely. Last time, reaching over and back to that start. Well done, relaxing those shoulders. Fantastic. Thanks for joining me for the class today. I hope you've enjoyed it and hopefully see you again soon.